You're such an asshole.
Hello, children. Old Cappy banging out the work here. It's one of those days where it's like, oh yeah, I got a full day of work to do, and I can't golf or have fun. Hi, Cappy. This is a two-part video requesting involving Beto O'Rourke. First, run a clarity test on him, then read the rest of this email with my personal thoughts on him after the test is done. All right, well, let's go take a look. Beto. Is he effeminate with a name like Beto O'Rourke? Wow, already pulls up right there. I guess with a name like Beto, that's a... Oh, is this that pansy-ass Democrat who, like, everyone thinks he's good look? Oh, yeah, look at him. He looks like a Kennedy. Oh, yeah, I've seen this guy before. You could just see he's never worked a day in his life. That's too soft of it. Oh, look at how pretty. He's so pretty. Such a pretty boy. Robert Francis Beto O'Rourke. He's an American businessman and politician who represented Texas' 16th congressional districts for 3 terms in the United States House of Representatives. So, if he's a businessman, why is he running for politics? A native of El Paso, Texas, O'Rourke served on the El Paso City Council from 2005 to 2011. I don't trust this guy at all. He's about my age and he's already running for politics when he's in his 30s. Oh, just look at that face. Oh, talk about a punchable face. I do not advocate violence. I'm just saying, if there's a face, like, God, I wish there was a face to punch and there was a lineup of faces. If this face showed up, like, yeah, that face needs to get punched. After defeating incumbent Silvestre Reyes, a Democrat primary, O'Rourke declined to seek re-election in the House in 2018, instead ran for U.S. Senate as the 2018 U.S. Democrat Senate nominee. O'Rourke was narrowly defeated by Republican incumbent Senator, Ted Cruz. Oh, he's running against Cruz. Okay, all right, so that's where this comes. I'm sorry, you got beaten by a Hispanic who actually has a ball sack. Early life music career, oh God. Oh, I could just tell by... I can tell by the face. I'm not going to like this guy. Born at a hotel in El Paso to O'Rourke and his second wife, Melissa Martha O'Rourke. Irish and Welsh ancestry. His family gave him the nickname Beto, a common Spanish nickname for first names ending in Berto, initially to distinguish him from the namesake of his grandfather. His mother owned a furniture store and is the stepdaughter of Fred Korth, Secretary of the Navy. Okay, they come from wealth. Spoiled little cunt. He is a cunt. I'm officially ordaining cunt status upon his dad. Pat O'Rourke served county commissioner, county judge. Wealth, connection, corruption. He's just a Kennedy. He's just a Kennedy. He's a Bush. That's all he is. Associate of Texas Governor Mark White and served state chairman, BDP, switching parties in the early 90s, ran several unsuccessful bids in office as a Republican. Raised in the Kern Place neighborhood, education at Escuela Montessori de Valle preschool and continued to Riviera Elementary School. 2 years enrolled at Woodbury Forest School, an all-male boarding school. Okay, comes from wealth. Starting college, summer congressional intern, went into politics right away. I hate this guy. This is exactly why the clarity test was created, to warn you against the types of Beto. O'Rourke attended Columbia Junior co-captain Columbia's heavyweight rowing crew. Oh my goodness, fabulous. Bachelor's of Arts in English Literature. He's fluent in Spanish, so he had no desire to work. Sneaked under the fence at University of Texas, a physical plant, and they're arrested. Burglary, stayed in jail. Arrested for driving while intoxicated. That's the first real honest thing you did. Charges were dismissed in 1999 after he completed a court-remediated DWI program. Taxed by his opponents upon entering politics. I've been open about since the very beginning. No, music career. I'm going to skip that. Business career. Oh, this will be short-lived. Lived in caretaker and art mover before working for an internet service provider. During the time he questioned what he wanted to do with his career. What career? He majored in English. He had no desire to work. Took a position as a proofreader. Actually, you like opportunity. Co-founded Stanton Street Technology Group, an internet service provider and software company. As of March, his wife operates the business for a few years. The company also published online print. Yeah, I'd like to see the finances. He's not a career. He's not a businessman. That's like George Bush, being in charge of the Rangers. This isn't a businessman. He's got coma money. Keep her off my ass money. That's a political career. Immediately runs for politics, and now he's doing politics the entire time. Okay, worthless degree, came from money, no real world working experience, and is currently a career politician. Yeah, you could just see he had no desire. You just look at his face. He's had no desire to work for a living at all. Not at all. Zero. Do I want a beer with him? No. I want to punch him in his face. Should he run for office? No. This is exactly why the Clary test exists. This is the last person you want to be running for office. This guy he is so far removed from you normal people. You're complaining about, we got to get corruption out of Congress. Congress is corrupt. Well, here's a corrupt politician who came from wealth and connections and family. This person should be working in the coal mines, as far as I'm concerned. And then maybe he might get some real world working experience. But this is a soft, weak man who's never had a broken fingernail. So yeah, no, I'd rather kick him in his nuts than even tolerate a conversation with this low IQ fuck. All right, there you go. AssholeConsulting.com. See you guys later. Toodles. I forgot the second part of that request. Now that you've done a Clary test and he has probably failed, here's what I believe is a likely future prediction over the next 2 years. The Democrat Party, as of right now, is heavily divided internally between old school moderates, being the Clinton, Schumer, Pelosi crowd that historically appeals for the little people. I don't know about that, dude. They're all rich. I don't know how much they pander to little. I mean, they may say that, but I don't know how much they actually do. And the young, made up of boomers and Gen Xers, and the younger radical leftist socialist crowd made up of Ocasio-Cortez, Sanders, Obama, etc., that appeals to the parasites of the millennials and Gen Zers. With the party so highly divided, I doubt that a presidential candidate will rise for the 2020 that will bring the right amount of appeal to unite both sides and form a coalition in order to beat Trump. Oh no, dude, the Democrats the Democrats always circle the wagons, dude. That's one thing the Democrats do, is they will support their own. Look at how easily Bernie Sanders, even though he got stolen the primary from him, how he supported Hillary. The Democrats know exactly how to parasite long term. There's not going to be a split within the Democrat Party. No, they rely too heavily on other people working. And thus securing a re-election, keeping the current administration in power through 2024. Is it going to be that late? Yeah, I guess it is. It is 2024. Wow, look at that. The younger radical leftist crowd has been such a cancer to the party with their SJW nonsense of identity politics, socialist, economic bullshit that some political analysis have even suggested that the Democrat Party is so doomed that it might even split into two competing parties along the divide line mentioned. It may internally, but it won't officially. They are not going to split themselves up. They would never win an election again. Oh, that's just not going to happen. In the end, it's like people with bipolar disorder. They're total dicks to people who are victims or weaker than them or wouldn't ever strike back. But when there's a cop around or someone who's bigger and stronger, all of a sudden they really start acting really nice. It's like they almost know what they're doing. Democrat Party, same way. I don't care what divisions are within it. As long as it keeps moving the ball left and they get more and more money, they'll all come to terms and agreement because they know they have to be united. The radical leftist crowd has been such a cancer. The party is doomed. The problem for the Democrats currently are so grim going into 2020 that the party bosses at the very top are likely looking at a plan to create a permanent block on Trump's agenda while grooming their superstar for 2024, all the while knowing that 2020 will be a lost cause. No, they're going to... I think Trump's going to lose. That's my honest truth. I think Trump's going to lose. The media, you discount the media, sir. The media, both right and left, have been so anti-Trump and so lying about it. I'm not a big Trump guy, but man, you go and you delve into the details just a little bit, and you find out just what lies. But I'm better than the average person. The average person in America is a dipshit. They will believe all the lies and the spewing and the skewing. against Trump. I don't think Trump will win. I don't even think Trump will make it through the primary. There's a good chance he won't make it through the primary. And I'm for it, unless there's a really great primary candidate that would be better than Trump. I think Trump's a pretty good candidate anyway. If for any other reason he's honest, you know exactly where he stands. Well, you don't, because you listen to CNN and Fox News. There's very little argument over then the tired old narratives of racism, sexism, etc. to sell to voters for a change. Yeah, that's going to get tiring. That's really going to get tiring. I think that's lost its value. During the 2018 midterm elections, the Dems in Texas put their full support in O'Rourke at a campaign bid to unseat Ted Cruz for U.S. Senate. With O'Rourke currently in a lower-ranking U.S. House seat, the Dems hope to move him up to a higher political position as U.S. Senator to give him more national exposure and experience to possibly be the super. Yeah, he is a pretty boy. He's very pretty. They're trying to do a JFK there. Possibly be their superstar in a way that Obama was in 2008. Currently failing to beat Ted Cruz for Senate, but only by a razor-thin margin, and remaining in the U.S. House, the Dems will have to come up with a new strategy for 2024, as he is not going to be ready in time as a national candidate for 2020. What, you still think they're going to try and run this guy? Pretty boy Floyd? I truly feel that O'Rourke is the Dems' next golden boy for the White House come 2024. He could be. Dude, there's a lot to be said for looks, man. Women are dumb. They'll vote for a good-looking guy. I mean, the classic example is all people who listened to the Kennedy-Nixon debate on the radio thought Nixon won, and the people who watched the Kennedy-Nixon debate on television thought Kennedy won because he's a pretty guy. I totally think he could, absolutely. But if he lost the House, I mean, what, they're going to resurrect this zombie? By 2024, O'Rourke will be in his early 50s, putting him at the right age to appeal to boomers and Gen Xers. Gen Z at this point will be in their early to mid-20s and will join in with the millennials supporting their socialist economic positions. O'Rourke will potentially reunite the two sides of the current generational divide in their party in order to build a winning coalition. That may be true, but I think anybody could be put in that position. The Democrat Party is not going to split, and not going to allow a split. Again, the rebels, the socialists, your buddy Bernie Sanders couldn't line up enough to suck Hillary Clinton's dick when she got the nomination. In the Democrat Party, which has superdelegates, which means it's not democratic. He also has all the correct bio-talismans needed to win. He's a tall guy standing at almost 6'5" with very good looks, giving leftist women vag tingle. There you go. And alpha personality that leftists will find appealing. Like Obama, he also has very strong public speaking skills with a commanding, booming voice. I don't know about that. Barack Obama did not have a commanding, booming voice. He had a very short, curt voice. Not a bad voice, but he had a... And yes, I still would bang Michelle Obama. I know a lot of my followers cannot believe. I think she's a very beautiful woman. I think she is a beautiful woman. But Barack Obama, he did have some speech qualities. Now, they weren't the best. He was no Ronald Reagan, but he did have some talking ability. Now, let me be clear. With all that's been said, you would agree with my assessment. Would you agree with my assessment of O'Rourke's political prospects in the current situation that the Dems face going into 2020? And if not, why? What do you think is likely to happen in both 2020 and 2024? Your thoughts and comments are greatly appreciated. If O'Rourke got beaten by Cruz, I don't think. Your statements about his good looks and all that. Physically, yes, he is a candidate. But the powers that be, the baby boomers and the older Gen Xers and the Democrat Party, like the Republicans who ran Mitt Romney or John McCain and not Paul Ryan, I think, and Hillary Clinton over Bernie Sanders, I think they'll still be in charge and control. I think 80% of the people in Congress right now are baby boomers. I don't think O'Rourke, they'll find another guy. They'll find someone else. Or he's just a pretty face. They can find a pretty face. There's 3 or 4 Democrats in the country that are good-looking guys. Maybe even masculine. You never know. They may go with O'Rourke. I don't think so because he already lost against Ted Cruz in a heavily Democrat district. A Latino district, by the way, if it's El Paso as well. So I don't think they're going to double down on him. I think they'll find someone else new. I also think not underestimate, you never even mentioned the addiction to vagina that the left has about female power. I think they're going to go with women. I think they're going to try and run a female candidate in both 2020 and 2024, because you should vote for them because vagina. Because they have a vagina, that's why. And that's not sexist. That's open-minded. So 2020, Camille Harris, or Kamala Harris, because her parents just couldn't name her a fucking normal name. I think you're not gonna see O'Rourke run as president. Not in 2020, not in 2024. I do understand and agree with most of your assessment on the demographics. I think Gen Z and the millennials will. There may be some internal struggle within the Democrat Party, and they obviously would love to have an Ocasio-Cortez. But I don't think the Democrats, the ones that are really in power, are going to let these children take over in 2020 or 2024. That's what? Only 5 years away, 2024. Yeah, baby boomers will still be in charge. They'll still definitely be in charge. And O'Rourke will go away. I think he'll go away. I could be wrong. He could come back, but I don't think... yeah, he's a good-looking guy, but they'll find a better-looking guy. Don't worry. They'll find their Che Guevara. Don't worry. All right, that's it. Questions, answers, answerconsulting.com. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.